Hey, this is Matt Braunger on the Braung Way, and today's Braung Way is dedicated to my utterly ridiculous wife, whom I love. She is great, best thing that ever happened to me. Not insane, but definitely ridiculous. So now, in no particular order, here are some of her greatest hits. I know my wife's in a great mood when she yells something crazy and hits me. It's one of her moves, one of her things. When she's excited, we're about to go out, do something good, she'll be like, no, and slap me. She'll yell no, and then hit me. So someone outside our house, listening, walking by, they just hear a woman yell no and a smack. Not knowing it was a woman who just yelled no to nothing and nobody and just hit a man. My wife's from Boston, and we were walking in Nantucket. It's a lovely island, used to be the seed of the whaling industry. And we were walking, lovely walk down near the beach by these giant old houses. And on top, a lot of these houses have a planked standing area, almost like a porch on top of the house. And I was like, what is that? Now, here's what it is. It's called a widow's walk, where women who had lost their husbands to the sea would stand and watch and hope their husbands would come back, and they wouldn't. It's a very sad, romantic title for what is basically a roof porch. It's called a widow's walk. But when I asked my wife, hey, what is that on top of that house? She said, and I quote, that's where sad bitches go. And I was like, what? Because I knew what it was. And she said, what, am I wrong? Some of you who don't know might be wondering how she got the nickname Gross Wife. She misses no opportunity to take anything cylindrical, like a cucumber or a tube of some kind, to put it by a crotch and go, like it's a dick. We were in Slovenia and we found a soda called Kokta, C-O-C-K, and she made me take a picture of her holding the soda down like this as villagers walked by and shook their heads. Anything. We were leaving my house recently over Thanksgiving vacation to go shop with my parents for food for the meal. And we'd recently had a rug delivered, and it was a giant tube that the rug came wrapped around. And she walked out of the house onto our porch and was like, huh? Check it out. And my mom's getting in the car and just was like, like this face that was simultaneously like, I get it, but also, why? Why would you? That's really gross. Gross wife. This one's subtle, but it's one of my favorites. She's been doing this since before we even became official. We'll just both be somewhere where we're both saying literally nothing, reading a book, having a cup of coffee, both looking on our laptops, and she'll just go, I wish you'd be quiet. She's done that in coffee shops, public places. She'll say it loudly in a way that disturbs people around us. I wish you'd be quiet. And they look at me as if, like, instinctively, like, what did he say? And I've said nothing, but it's a pretty sweet burn. This is a weird one that I really love because I'll talk about it on stage and it makes the crowd super uncomfortable. She's described my penis to me as pedestrian. She's been like, yeah, well, you have a pretty pedestrian penis, which is kind of like describing it as like a Honda Civic. Like, it'll get you there, but it's a Honda Civic. But then other times, we've been in public and she'll walk by me and be like, give me that big dick. She stretches out the dick as if you spell it D-E-A-A-A-A-A-C-K, diak, loudly. So I don't know where she stands on it, quite frankly. But pedestrian penis, boy, that got me. I laughed for like 3 days. And some of you who are watching this might know me and know her, so you know this, but for most of you, you don't. Most people call me Braunger. Like my friend's little kids call me Braunger, his daughter, she's 4. Where's Braunger? People call me by my last name as if they're all my football coach. She doesn't, though. My wife calls me Donger in public. At Thanksgiving, when we were getting stuff out of the fridge, Donger, get the mashed potatoes. Donger, did you get the wine? Donger, just yells it across the house. And my parents are in the house with me. And if they noticed, they didn't say anything. They just kind of let it roll off. And if you know my act, then you know that she also uses my first name and calls me Fat Donger. That one she's yelled across an IKEA, which was a sweet move. Before we go, here's a montage of my wife being utterly ridiculous because she's utterly ridiculous. Let's enjoy. Thanks a lot. And if you want to ask my wife about this, if you know who she is, please don't. This has been the Braung Way.